Always remember, your focus determines your reality. Stay close to me, and you'll be safe.
Critical avoidance arrows. Hopefully, I can, by the end of this video, convince you guys that they're awesome. And I wanted to... I'm making this video, by the way, because we just got the new kit reveal of Hunter, the new Bad Batch leadership, and there's a part in his kit that has to deal with critical avoidance. But critical avoidance in general has always been, you know, such a great freaking primary to have on a mod. I mean, in general, critical avoidance has been awesome. So... critical avoidance. I don't even know what I'll make this title of the video. Maybe I'll just title it Critical Avoidance. And that's like all I'll have. I don't even know. But anyways, let's go and talk about some of this stuff for today. I'm going to go over a couple things, mainly the Hunter kit and kind of things, and more about just kind of mods that I would go and start farming for these new characters of the Bad Batch. Because if you guys don't do this, at least what I do personally, you probably don't always do this, but I love to farm mods in preparation for either a new character, maybe a Galactic Legend, whatever it may be. And for these Bad Batch guys, just from seeing the leadership, I can already tell you right now the mods I'm going to be farming. You know, there's already a good, clear, concise set of mods that I know for a fact I want to be modding and starting to farm right now. So... first things first, critical avoidance. Why is it so dang huge in the game right now? Well, this is probably a bad showcase of it, but this Master Luke, he's Relic 8, and I think he also has critical avoidance built into his mastery. So I want to say this before I keep going. I think people who have critical avoidance in their mastery are one of the most interesting to me, and I wouldn't say powerful or anything like that, but just like very, very strong characters in the game, especially even more so if they are tanks or if maybe they deal some damage in some way, shape, or form, right? So Master Luke, I think I know this is my freaking account. I know he is Relic 8, and I'm pretty sure on this one, I think the critical avoidance you get at Relic 8 is, I want to say, nearly 35% or so. We'll have to go check it out after this battle, but you get a lot of critical avoidance built in with relics if they are in the mastery, but you also have the arrow. So on this Master Luke that I have right now, he is modded for a critical avoidance arrow, so that is 35% on a 6E arrow, plus whatever it is from the mastery. And I'm going to lose this one, by the way, because I'm on auto. It's going to be so awesome losing this on a video. Heck to the yes. Maybe I'll still win, but I highly doubt I will win this. And there he goes. Awesome. Sick moves, man. Sick moves. Maybe Cam can pull it off. Cam, what do you got, buddy? Oh my gosh. Hang on. No, we're dead. I was gonna say, nah, just in this whole counter, don't use auto. Auto is not your friend. Anyways, I want to go and show you critical avoidance mastery, and I want to show you why it's so important. I mean, there's so many different counters in the game that revolve around this, and even more so with defenses. So this is him. Relic 8, he has critical avoidance built in with his mastery, and at Relic 8, that is, let me take off this mod. I can't really determine what it is without the mod. All right, it is 27%, so 27 at Relic 8, and then plus, you know, that we just saw right there. Let's go revert that. You're at literally 62%, which is over half critical avoidance. There are times in mirror matches with this team, with Master Luke's in Arena, where nobody crits me whatsoever unless they have advantage. So I just want to kind of put that into perspective as why it's so important right now, is because even though, you know, you're fighting against somebody who has a relic character that isn't like an attacker, for example, a Gas, General Anakin Skywalker, that is probably going to usually do lots of crits, right? Well, versus somebody who has critical avoidance mastery and a CA arrow, he's not going to be critting much at all, if any at all. I mean, it's crazy to see how impactful critical avoidance is in this game. So there's lots of different counters in teams I would be building up for those mods. I mean, I wouldn't say go out of your way to only look for critical avoidance arrows, because those won't just come to you naturally, right? They just come whenever they feel like. It's like a little gift, you know? Every single time you're just farming mods and you're like, oh, hey, look at that arrow. It's critical avoidance. Let me go into that one. And then boom, you get some nice rolls on the speed. Then there you go. You're not going to just find those easy. Those are going to be ones you have to farm over time, right? So I just definitely wanted to point this out for critical avoidance as to why it's so dang good. I will show you my little showcase. I mean, in a video about critical avoidance, and I'm not talking about my own arrows, I mean, that's a disservice to my mods. So I might as well show you a little bit of these things. So hang on, I got to count mine up. I got... Technically, I have 1, 2, 3. I can't do math. That's 11. 11 that can be. I mean, these 3 are possible 15s, right? But I have 8 for sure that are plus 15s right now. Guys, these are some hot ones, right? But I'll tell you this much: if you guys are farming like speed sets or health sets, you're going to for sure get a critical avoidance arrow that has some speed on it, regardless of what you do. So I mean that'll come to you over time or doing those events. So I just really want to show you like the uses of these CA arrows. There are lots of different uses. You can go for ones that have high speed. You can go for ones that have some speed, some defense. Some speed, maybe some offense percent, some speed, maybe some defense percent. There's lots of different ones you can go for. I definitely have gotten lucky in a few of these that are plus 25s. But I mean, these are like god tier mods. I don't think I'll ever get any luckier than this and when it comes to the mods. But guys, you can really do lots of crazy things with critical avoidance arrows. There's a lot of teams that are built off of crits, right? And stopping the crits help you so much. But this all kind of goes into what I want to talk about next, which is Hunter's Kit. So this was such a fun, by the way, puzzle to solve. I didn't do anything about the puzzle solving, but I was in Discord watching this all happen and watching Twitch streams of this all happening. So it was fun, and like finding the kit reveal itself. But the kit itself, it is pretty crazy. I mean, this is the foundation for a very, very strong Galactic Republic clone, aka Bad Batch team. I mean, these guys, this guy rather, I can already see being such a top tier team in this game. I don't want to say anything too soon, but just looking at his leadership and his specials and his basic, there is something here. And the biggest thing here is, I would like to say, exposes. Exposes can just really mess up people when you're running this guy in the leadership. And this is only one of, I want to say, 4. So you're going to get, it says right here, you're going to get 3 more reveals, the 8th, the 15th, and the 29th. So this entire month of April, we're going to get some more of these Bad Batch clones. But this guy in the lead is ridiculous. I just really want to spend time here talking about his leadership and kind of go off there for the rest of this video. And also I want to talk about this new Conquest stuff we're going to be getting, and the new update to it, rather. So leadership is a different path. The Bad Batch have 35% more max health, more max protection, and they have 50% potency. So I think that's a very, very huge chunk of health and protection. I mean, that is pretty insane. That's like a GL. I mean, some GLs, they have those built in with like certain factions and just like Jedi, Sith, whatever it may be. So that's pretty huge, guys. And then it says right here, when Bad Batch allies use an ability while they have defense up, they deal true damage to all enemies. So far, there is nothing in the Bad Batch that has to deal with defense up. So I'm guessing we're going to get another Bad Batch here that can grant rather defense up to maybe somebody like a target ally, maybe to everybody, but that will be pretty huge. True damage is always awesome to see. And then my favorite thing here in this whole entire leadership, outside of the next part, is this line right here, and it says, while Bad Batch allies have evasion up, they have 50% critical avoidance. That is insane. That's why I'm making this video, by the way, is because of this in the leadership. So this guy Hunter does give it out evasion up on his first special, Shrouded Approach, which is on a 3-turn cooldown. And also, guys, he has a swap turn meter ability, so you can really get a lot of extra chances of evasion up and stealth. So just imagine having these guys fast, going out of the gate, just giving out TM, spreading this evasion up. You have, off the bat, I would say nearly, I mean, you can get even up to like 85% critical avoidance, even more so if some of these have critical avoidance built into the masteries. You can just be talking about not critting these guys whatsoever while they have extra max protection, more max health, and then, you know, tossing in evasion up and stealth. How the H are we going to deal with a team that can potentially be unkillable unless you have some dispels? I mean, Dispellers are now going to be pretty huge encounters, even more so than they have been in the past. So this guy, he grants the evasion up, and then as we saw with the leadership, that evasion up translates into more critical avoidance. So that is just bonkers to me, guys. I can't fathom all these other next Bad Batch characters that we might get and what they might add to this team. And we already just saw the defense up. We're probably going to get somebody who gives out and grants defense up to somebody else, right? So that's a huge thing right there. That's probably one of my favorite things about this kit. And honestly, one of my favorite things I've even read about a kit in general in such a long time. So there's that for you. And the last big little line of text is it says this: when damaging a target locked enemy, you can't be countered. And then also it says when damaging an enemy with expose, they remove 50% turn meter, doubled if they are droid or a separatist enemy. And this excludes raid bosses and galactic legends. So it can't. And hey, I didn't even read this. It can't be evaded or resisted. What? I didn't even read this the first time. That's huge. I mean, that's so crazy. Oh my gosh. So that right there, this whole team to me is a bit of like a resistance team where you have like that TM swap, like a resistance hero Poe or Finn rather, and you have lots of synergy with expose and like what it does for you, more potency, more max protection and health. These guys are going to be very durable. They can get off and be very evasive with the extra evasion up, very durable with the extra critical avoidance and the stuff we just read about the leadership, and just the bonuses here with the turn meter reduction, and that's crazy, guys. This whole, I might be hyping this up a little bit too much for you guys, but like this is just a leadership for a faction that we might be getting here shortly, or we will be getting here shortly with the Bad Batch. I mean, these guys are crazy. So this whole thing is just, to me, it's, I don't know. This is definitely something that I want to go and farm up. Dare I say even whale? I mean, I wouldn't whale for anything in the game, but this would be something. If I was a whale, I'd be going crazy right now. This is crazy. And also it says if you was stealth, you get even more critical chance and offense up. So this guy has a lots of different like opportunities to damage somebody and hurt them really bad, but also with his leadership, he has the opportunity to, you know, fortify your team and your allies to make them so durable to the point where it's going to be so insanely hard to kill them. So, I mean, there's so many different things here, guys. One of my favorite things also is the TM swap within their target clone trooper ally. And, yeah, I mean, this whole kit is insane. Lots of exposes, lots of extra defense built in, you know, just having them harder to kill pretty much. So, that's it for that part. And now, lastly, before I hop off, I'm just like going off, talking off my head here with the Bad Batch and Hunter. But I just wanted the last point there with this whole thing. Critical avoidance, it is so dang important right now in the game. People with GLs, people who are, you know, wanting to make teams even more tougher defense, offensively as well. Critical avoidance arrows are something that I would always be on the lookout for. So crucial, I would say. So that's that thing. But the next part here and the last part here is about a new little change, a Conquest update here for this. I think this was on April 2nd, so the day after April Fool's. So here we go. One thing I want to mention here is that this event will be 2 weeks on and 2 weeks off. So that's going to be the new kind of the new way to go about it for Conquest they want to have. So that kind of is a big kind of break from the Conquest. I'm not too sure, but it is what it is. So this is the biggest thing here, though. It says here they're going to be fixing the Knight Luke and his unintended interaction. And then also it says here, it says the following Conquest will likely feature the introduction and removal of few data disks, different bosses, and a change in the reward. So this is what I've been wanting, like, since the day one of Conquest is, you know, after a while, you get into the whole kind of shebang of just like everything's pretty much the exact same as you kind of progress through it. The same feats, the same bosses, everything's the same, right? And the same discs. And this is the one thing I really hope they do change is adding in some more variations with different discs, more bosses, and different feats that go along with it. I don't want this to be insanely difficult, like nobody can beat it all, but definitely have it be definitely a harder challenge for those people who are in the hard mode for Conquest, but also make it a fun experience, hard at the same time. And that's what she said. Okay, but no, no. the Conquest. Conquest, I think this is good stuff. I think they're going to definitely be on the lookout for Conquest changes. They want to make this one of the better modes out there for a lot of different players because you can access this mode while you're very, very, not crazy high GP, but you can definitely do this and beat this at a very reasonable GP level. So, awesome stuff. And it's the last line here. It says, we look forward to more Conquest events and other exciting things that we have coming your way as May the 4th gets closer. So, it is now April. It's now April, and next month will be May. So I can only assume that after this month of April, with all these different clones, May will be such a huge drop in content for this game with the Bad Batch TV show releasing. So, guys, awesome stuff. I love Critical Avoidance. You guys know this. But that's probably going to do it for today, guys. I just want to talk about some of this Conquest changes. I want to talk about some Critical Avoidance arrows and why they're so important. Just the opportunity to not get crit while somebody is like hitting you, it just makes me so happy. I love that when I have a CA arrow and I just don't crit. I don't get crit whatsoever in so many different facets of the game. It's so awesome. Anyways, I'm talking way too much right now. I'm going to stop right here. Thank you guys for watching this video all the way to the end. If you guys did, if you enjoyed it, give it a like, share it around, and sub to the channel if you guys are new here. We're trying to hit our 15K sub goal, so definitely be on the lookout for that. That'll do it for me today, guys. Thank you for watching it again, and until next time, I will see you all later. Peace out, and have a good one. See you guys.